Hi, I'm Karthik.
And I'm Sandeep.
And we just finished our rebuild with EDR Design Build.
We live in Campbell and we couldn't be more excited about the results that we got after this build.
So we've lived here in Campbell since about 2017. The home that we used to live in was actually a 1940s construction home. It had its own quirks. It was partially rebuilt in 2017 as well. However, it really didn't meet our needs of our growing family. So as a result of that, we needed to find a way to make the home work, especially as we started having children.
We started thinking about an expansion in the beginning, which kind of became a remodel, which eventually turned out to be a complete teardown and
reconstruction.
And reconstruction. We had shortlisted about like 4 or 5 different builders, but Eddie and Sarmad's vision of what this place could become truly stood out from all of the rest, and the rest is history. It takes a village to finish a project of this magnitude. But with EDR Design Build, we got all of that in one place. They connected us to the right folks who could help us at the right point. And they just took us from store to store, from people to people, just to figure out everything else that need to come together to build this house.
One of the best parts about the Eddie team is that, you not only get Eddie's vision, but then you get Sarmad, who has been, basically like he's been invaluable in terms of executing every single element of the plan,
the architecture, the engineering,
everything, even down to the front door, which we love. And not only does the team come with that, but then they also were able to bring together 2 other people who have been also extremely generous with their time and just with their vision. One of whom is Ayelet, who did the space planning, and then the other one is Tal. And Tal, you guys are going to meet Tal. She's basically one of the most vivacious people that you can ever meet. She's the designer who brings so much vision. So her design with Ayelet's space planning has really been like the perfect marriage for our home, so that we got the entire vision and all of our practical needs met. The communication piece was perhaps one of the easiest elements. We were able to get in touch with them via phone, via text, via email. They were doing a lot of the footwork for us in terms of like getting contractors in on time when we had different deadlines. And even when we were probably the reason for stalling a lot, they ended up working with us and made sure that our vision came through.
And with very limited availability during the week, both of us are working, and we had very few days or few times in the day that we could meet with them. They were able to accommodate to our schedules and be able to take us to stores or be on site to make certain decisions. They were willing to bend to suit our needs. Whether be it weeknights, weekends, or what were schedules that work for us.
I think we at some point we were doing Israel time, London time, California time.
And having to coordinate with all of them. And just the magnitude of a rebuild of this size, the number of moving pieces that were there. Getting in, we knew that it's going to be complex, but we just didn't understand how complicated it's going to be. But navigating that with their team, they just made it seem like cakewalk. One of the privileges for us was we were living close by when the project was under construction, so which gave us a lot of chance to come visit and see the progress week on week. And the pace at which it was going for such a big project, every week we come and we see a different house, starting with the foundation being poured to the frames going up. It just went at like a pace that we were not even imagining.
I think so. Some of the whenever we hear construction stories, it's usually people tell you like their nightmare stories. The project went a year over, or it was the contractor was trying to like nickel and dime them. They were not communicative, things like that. I will say that the experience with Eddie's team was a complete joy. Not only did they stay in communication with us all the time, but when we needed questions answered, they took the time. It was the executive team there that actually took the time to answer all of our questions and to make sure that we felt assured that they were treating our home and our construction project like it was their own. We had, most of our friends tell us it takes about like a year and a half to build a home. I think ours was
10 months?
Maybe
9 to 10 months.
Maybe some of it was our own delay because we were waiting for certain pieces to arrive from internationally or things like that. But they did such a good job through rain or shine. They were here. And
they were willing to make adjustments. I mean, throughout the project, we changed our minds
a few times.
A few times is a generous way of saying it, but they were very generous with accepting those and understanding that things could change during the build and being able to absorb those changes and not make cost a big deal during that process. So all in all, this was a great experience, a wonderful experience. And this is our forever home, but if we build a second home, we're not going to think twice about hiring Eddie's team.
Yeah, I mean, I think if anybody, we've recommended them to all of our friends and family. And if anybody out there is watching this, we would strongly recommend that you go with them. Give them a shot. You will get your dream home. You will get your forever home.